In our previous class, we are given a question like this. The shadow of a post is 6 meters longer than when the elevation of the sun is 30 degrees, than when it is 60 degrees. Calculate the height of the post. And secondly, if S is an acute angle and tan S is equal to 3/4, evaluate cos S minus sin S all over cos S plus sin S. Now let's tackle that problem. Let's tackle the problem. The shadow of a post is 6 meters long than when the elevation of the sun is 30 degrees, than when it is 60 degrees. Calculate the height of the pole. Now let us take the diagram down. Now you see, assuming that this is our post, let's take this one up. This is our post. This is the top of the post, and this is the bottom of it. The post is standing vertically, and the shadow of the sun at 60 degrees, that's the elevation at 60 degrees. Let's say that this is 60 degrees. And now, this is the shadow of this. Let's call it X. And now the same as well, this is longer by what? 6 meters longer when the shadow, when the elevation is 30 degrees. Assume that you have a smaller angle, 30 degrees. So from here to here, here is 6 now. From here to here will be S plus what? 6. You see that the shadow, this side is the shadow of what? Of this pole. Is what? 6 what? Meter extra than when it is what? 60 degrees. Now remember that they have common height. So the question says you should find the height of what? Of this what? Pole. Let's find the height of the pole. Okay, now since we present the top, what is the bottom of what? The post. That's the foot, or we call it the foot of the post. You can call it the foot. Do you get it? Now, remember that X is what? That's the distance, the shadow of the sun when the elevation is 6 degrees. And the extra 6 meters is added, which means from this point to this point, it's the 6 meters that is added to this one to give us the length from here to here is 30 plus 6. So they say we should find the height of what? Of that post. We notice here that what? This is the opposite of this particular one, and here is the adjacent of this what? Particular triangle A. In the figure triangle, this serves as the opposite of this angle, while this which serves as what? The adjacent. Now, using our tube ratios, tan 60 degrees is equal to opposite all over adjacent X, and also tan 30 degrees is what? The opposite all over the adjacent. Now, if you check from the first one, height is equal to S tan 60 degrees. Height is equal to S tan 60 degrees. And the second one, height is equal to S plus 6 tan 30 degrees. Now, we now have that H equal to S tan 60 degrees is equal to S plus 6 tan 30 degrees. Having taken note of these two, having taken note of this now, we now have that this can be equated together. We can now solve for x. So we now have here that tan 60 is a special angle, which is root 3 is equal to s plus 6 times 1 over root 3. We have changed our special angles that tan and tan 60 and 30 to their respective words. Okay, multiplying through by root 3. When you multiply through by root 3, what do you have? Root 3 multiply s root 3 is equal to root 3 multiplying this one. Multiplying s plus 6, 1 over root 3. What do you notice here? We have something like this cancel this, and this one multiplying this one gives us 3 what? X equal to s plus 6.
Uncle, how do you get that x?
He said,
Okay, tan 60.
yes.
No, Uncle, forget.
Okay.
Okay.
Having noted this, let's finish it up this way. It will be that what? 3 minus s is equal to 6. 2s is equal to 6. Therefore, s is what? 3. You see it now. S is equal to what? 3. So which means that what we have here is 3. And if here is 3, here is 6, the whole of this will give us what? 9. Now, to find the height of what? Of this post, which is 6. The height of post, we say it is what? Look at it here. The height of post is s tan 60. And this s is equal to what? 3. So here is that the height of post now be what? H equal to 3 root 3. You take it here, you see it the same thing. When you have here 9 times 1 over root 3, when you rationalize, it will give you 3 root 3. So 3 root 3 is the what? Height of what? This. 3 root 3. If you want to now work more on it, you can expand this 3 root 3 and get your appropriate decimal fraction. Now, in the second question, we are given if tan s is equal to 3 over 4, find cos x minus sin x all over cos s plus sin x. Now, we still recall that in a triangle, right angle triangle, in a right angle triangle, just draw it like this. You have something like this. This is our theta. Here is 3, here is 4. By Pythagoras, here becomes 5. Now we have that what cos s is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse 4 over 5, and the sin x is equal to opposite over hypotenuse 3 over 5. Now we are going to substitute each of this inside this. It means that cos s minus sin x all over cos s plus sin x will become 4 over 5 minus 3 over 5 all over 4 over 5 plus 3 over 5. Now this one alone gives us 1 over 5. This one alone gives us 7 over what? 5. Now if you have to what? Invert. Let's complete it in the other section. If you have to now invert, you see that 1 over 5 divided by what? 7 over 5 gives us something like 1 over 5 times 5 over 7. So when you take off this with this, what you have is 1 over 7 as our answer. So that's the solution to that problem. Now we give you a second one that you should work on again. Now look at this case. Look at this one. If, try this question please. If tan x or tan theta equal to 12 over 5, find the value of sine theta plus 2 cos theta all over 1 minus sine theta. If tan theta equal to 12 over 5, find the value of sine theta plus 2 cos theta all over 1 minus sine theta. Thank you. I'll be waiting for your answers. A vertical pole XY is erected on a piece of level ground. A student whose height is 1.5 meters above the ground is standing at Z, 12 meters away from Y, the foot of the pole. If angle SEY is 50 degrees, find the height of the pole above the ground correct to the nearest meter.
This can hide my room.
This is the level ground. This is the pole XY. And you see that what? A student whose height is 1.5 meters above the ground is standing at Z. Away. Let's say from here down to maybe this is our Z, 12 meters. And the student, look at the student. His height, point E, is standing 1.5 meters. That is from this point to this point is 1.5 meters. The student is standing 1.5 meters above the level ground. And this is the student's normal eye level. That is his horizontal, which is perpendicular to the what? Height here also. And they say that what? You should do what? If angle SEY is 50 degrees, that is SEY the whole of this we should find, what do you say? Find the height of the pole above the ground, correct to the nearest meter. It's a wire question. Find the height of this. Now we should find the height of what? The pole above the ground. Let's call this one. Make a little explanation there. Now, let's just make this simple.
Are you serious?
Now we have to make the height of this. And remember that what? This in this side, just like having this particular height for this triangle. Remember, this triangle is not all that what? It's not this right angle triangle. This particular XEY is not right angle triangle. So, what value do we have here? What is the angle here? Or possibly, if you try to work out this one, you know that here is 1.5 for it. 1.5 meters. Now, when you get this side, you can now add it to this to get the value of what? X, Y. Do you understand what you said now? Now, this side
We
is
have
what?
mass.
Alpha, which
I
is
cannot see
tan
my
1
phone.
over 1.5
It
over
is
what?
affecting my eyes. I don't.
Because you're using this, you're using
Opposite all over adjacent. So once you get your alpha, which is tan inverse
Nigerian
of
Medical
1.5
Association.
over 12.
Okay.
You now subtract it from 9 to get this value. You can easily get this one. Then since 2 of this is equal to 50, get this one
Mommy.
height. Remember that this side is also 12. Are you getting what you are saying? This is not alpha. What is tan inverse of 1.5 over 12?
It cannot, that one is not good.
It's not working.
I said if here is 7.1, here will be what? 7.1 because they are alternates. And this time, this is also right angle. Now, this length from here to here is 12. Remember, it's just like what a rectangle. Now, here is 12. 7.1 subtracted from 50 will give us what? 42.9. Now, use 42.9 to find this. This is this, and this. That is tan 42.9 is equal to x all over 12. Once we get the value of x, we add it to 1.5, it will give us the length of this.
Uncle, I'm
Do you
confused.
understand?
No.
Let's start afresh. I said this one is a rectangle. Fine. This is 1.5. Here is 1.5. And from our diagram, this angle is alternating to this one. So whatever we have here, the same thing we have here. To find this one, we've been given what? The opposite, which is 1.5. Let's say it's 1.5. And then the adjacent, which is what? 12. Now, when you work on this, you see that tan inverse of this over this will give us 7.1 approximately. So here is 7.1, and this side will also be what? 7.1 degrees. If here is 7.1 degrees, we know that this plus this gives us 50. So this one, we subtract this away from 50 to give us 42.9.
Okay.
We are now going to use our 42.9 to find the value of this length. Let's call this one n. Nx has length x. So let us find this. We now have that this length En, length En is 12, which is the same thing as what? Opposite side of a rectangle. Now, to find this x, you see tan 42.9 equals x all over 12, which is opposite over what? Adjacent. Now, for us to now find x, you see that what? X will now be 12 tan 42.9. So whatever you have here, it was multiply it 12 times tan 42.9 equal to what? 11.15. 0.15 meters. We have got this only from here to here as 11.15 meters. But we are asked to find x, y, which is 11.15 meters plus 1.5 meters. Do you understand now? So we now come and say length Sn plus N, Y from our diagram here. From that diagram, we notice that what NY is 1.5 and SN is what 11.15. So this is 11.15 plus 1.5. So when you add this, we have 12.65 meters, and then the same should correct to the nearest meter, which is what 13 meters. So that's the value of what this, the length XY we are asked to find. A man sets out to travel from A to C via B. From A, he travels a distance of 8 kilometers 30 degrees east to B. From B, he travels a further 6 kilometers due east. Calculate how far C is north of A and east of A. Hence, or otherwise, calculate the distance A to correct to one decimal place. A man sets out to travel from A to C to B. From A, he travels a distance of 8 kilometers on the bearing north 30 degrees east. Now, look at this now. This is what? A point. Let's call this point A. This is north, and this is east. North 30 degrees east is from north. We have 30 degrees, a small angle. So assume that it stopped at this point. Let's call this point B. So this is 8 kilometers. He stopped at B. From B, he travels a further 6 kilometers due east. He went C. This B has the cardinal point. This is B point. This is the north of B. This is the south of B. This is the east of B. So he traveled towards, here is west. He traveled 6 kilometers further to point C. Let's say that this is what? The point C. 6 kilometers. From east of what? B. This is point B now. Now, this is where the man stopped. And let's put our cardinal point for this man. The north, this is the east of this man. So, here is 30 degrees. Remember that this angle here is also what? 30 degrees. They are alternate angles. Now, here is 90. So, which means that the angle here 120 degrees. And now, let us join this.
Oh my God.
How far is C north of A? When you go up of A, the northern part, this is supposed to be point C. C now, CC. So what is this distance? Let's call it what? X. Remember that this is what? Right angle. So what you are now looking for is the first one. This is C. Assuming it is like this. And here is what? Okay. Here is 30 degrees. If you are looking at it at this point, okay, look at this one. So we have another one. This is our B. We have another one that looks like what? what will be this one? Using here as 8, what will be this? This is 30, because both this point C is sharing the same adjacent. Let's call it adjacent. This is opposite. If this is angle, this is opposite now. So C is sharing the same adjacent with point. So let us use this 8 kilometer here to find the value of what C here. Well, that is the north-down part of C from A. Do you get what we say we should do? You understand?
Yes, sir.
So use this now and find this. What you now have is,
No.
this is hypotenuse, this is adjacent. Cos 30 degrees equal to x all over what? 8 kilometers. So what is this? X will now be 8 cos 30 degrees, which is what? 4 root 3. Because 30 is what? Root 3 over 2. Huh? 8 times root 3 over 2. Once you cancel, therefore, which is 4 root 3. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you find this one, we now have to find the second one. What's the distance of C east of A? That's how far is C east of A? Remember, we are not calculating this particular one at this time. We are not calculating this one. We are not working on this particular one. So what we are working on is the north of A, and the second one will be east of A. So east of A will be this side. When you go towards east of A, now this east of A, you see point C here. So I show you that this is that C point C. Let's say C complement. Let's just make it like that. What is this distance? How far will this one be? Let's call it what? Maybe 1. That's the second question we are tackling. I said cosine involves us using in situations that we are giving one angle and 2 sides, and you're asked to find the side facing this what angle, the value of the side facing this angle. That's when you use cosine. Or most times when you are not giving any angle, but all the sides are complete, you can use cosine to work on it. The cosine is an extension of the Pythagoras theory. So remember, this is the Pythagoras theory. So an extension of it is what? Cosine. Now we have this to be what? C is not given, which is what you are looking for, or let's call it C here. A squared is B, which is A squared plus C squared minus 2 times A times C equals what? 120 degrees. If you have this calculator, press this thing and see what this cause. This is what 400 minus 48 times 296 cause of 120 degrees.
Uncle.
So that's rule. Say by cosine rule. You can work to avoid using this formula. You can get the value of this. Once you get the value of this one, you add it to 6 kilometers. You do not give it the length of it. You know that the length of this is the same thing as the length of this. We are going to confirm it. Once you finish with this one, you are going to now first of all get the length of this one. Once you get the length, add it to 6. us the same thing as this length. So let us work on that now. I say this one gives us 2 root 37. Now, yes, you can find this one easily. You can find this one now by using what? Either Pythagoras or work on it using any method which you said earlier. Any method which you said earlier by first of all finding this particular one, then adding it to this gives us the length of what? AC. AC prime, sorry. I said we are told to find the distance, that is how far is C east of what? A. And I told you that this is east of what? A. And if you trace it down to C, you now call it what? C prime. Now, despite that you have already found this one, fine, you can use this one, these two, and find this using your Pythagoras rule that says square of this equal to square of this plus this, or you say square of this minus square of this equal to square of this. Any of them will give you the same thing. In other way around, if you do not find this one, the other way you can use to find the value of y is when you get this short distance. This short distance can be gotten using Pythagoras. Remember that here is 8. Here is 4 root 3. Here is what? 4 root 3. Because it's the same size of this. So square of this minus square of this, you give it the square of this one. When you get the square root of this one, you add it to this because it is same length, just like a rectangle. This is just a rectangle. Find this one, add it to this one, it will give you this side. That is how you do it. Now, asking why Pythagoras rule is not plus. It's not plus, but look at this case. Here we have c squared equal to a squared plus b squared. And you're looking for, say, a. You subtract both sides, b from both sides. You have c squared minus b squared equal to what? A squared. So that's why here we have that what? A squared is equal to c squared minus b squared, which was what I said here. To find this particular aspect, let me call it, we have it as, let's say, W. Now, W squared, it will give us that W squared will now be, this is the hypotenuse, A squared minus 4 root 3 all squared. So this gives us what? 64 minus 16 times 3, which is what? 48. Subtract 64 minus 48 to give us what?
16.
16. W squared is 16, which means that W itself is 4.
4.
If W is 4, look at it now. W itself is now 4. So what do you now do? This here will be 4. 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6 is what? 10. If the whole of this length is 10, then this side will also be what? 10. Because opposite sides of what? Of a rectangle are same. Do you understand? That is how we got that thing.
Yes, sir.
Any question? Remember we said we have gotten W and C's, which means that what? That's AC prime here is 10 kilometers. Now for this case, we have already also gotten through Pythagoras. If you check it through Pythagoras, you get this one. Or this cosine rule we used, we have it as what? 2 root 37. Now, and we are as express this thing correct to 1 decimal place, it will be 2 root 37 equal to 2 times 4. Root 37 is something like 6.08. 6.08276 for I have 253. Okay. So once you multiply it with 2, we are going to get something like 12.1655 and so on. And approximately to 1 decimal place, 12.2 kilometer. That's the what? Value of what? Of AC. Remember that this is AC prime, which we got when we have this value and then this one. If there's any question, we'd like to get it from your comment section. Thank you. On question on how we got 2 root 37, we know that having here as 10, you can use Pythagoras here, so that is what? Let's call it what? AC. Line AC will now be 10 squared plus 4 root 3 all squared. So this is 100 plus 1. This is 16 times what? 3 to give us what? 48. Now this is 148. AC 148. This is AC squared, remember? So AC itself will now be square root of 148. And this is 4 times what? 37. 4 times 37. So once you bring out 2 is here times root of 37. That was how we got what? 2 root 37. And now when you simplify it further, you are going to get that 12.2 as we have earlier. Thank you so much.
Okay.
The angle of elevation at the top of a radial mass from a point due east of it is, and then 96 meters away from this base is 30 degrees. From another point due west of the mast, the angle of elevation of the top is 60 degrees. Calculate the distance of the second point from the base of the mast. This is the question we expect you to tackle. We'll be happy to get your response. Once you finish solving it, please try and send in your answers to us, and we'll get back to you. We thank you so much for being part of today's class. Thank you for having been with us. We believe as we continue to work together, we are going to achieve our aim. Thank you for being part of us.